Tim Chandler. I'm the product manager for Nektar Technology. We're at the NAMM show where 1 year ago we introduced our flagship product, the Panorama P4. It's a very advanced MIDI controller that works with any software, but we were really focused on the Reason support because we did some very deep integration with Reason, so much so that you could sit in front of the controller and control Reason as if it was a piece of hardware. You never needed to reach for the QWERTY keyboard anymore. You never needed to use the mouse. In fact, in many ways where you were recording and in your element, you never even need to look at the computer display anymore. We've now taken that and introduced the similar deep integration for Steinberg's Cubase. I should also point out that we are announcing at the show the Panorama P1. So it's basically taking all of the deep integration that we do here and putting it in a nice portable box that you can take on the road, or if you already have some keys and you can't afford space for another keyboard, then of course the P1 is a great solution. The P1 is available in April and will be available at US map 299. You've got a 499 map for the P4, and the P6 we released in December is the 599 map. All of them have the same integration that I'm just about to show you. So, like with Reason, the Cubase integration is based around 3 modes. You have mixer mode, instrument mode, and transport mode. Start with mixer mode. So, in mixer mode, I have 8 channels control of the mix console, and I have the standard mute solos along the bottom here, and record arm, and then obviously pans and sends along here, all pretty standard stuff. So the selected track that I'm controlling with the keyboard is shown in the display with the white strip, and this also determines the control of these ones down here, or the focus. Whichever channel is active, whichever channel is active, I can control the EQ immediately. So here I've got some EQ. If I change the channel, go to some drums. So you can see again, it takes away the thought process. Which channel was I on? Which channel is the keyboard controlling? Which one do I have to tweak in the mixer? It's all there right in front of you. You don't need to think about it. We've also got control of the inserts on the selected channel. So if I just go to the synth channel, press the insert button, I now see the 8 insert slots, mirror what's in Cubase. I can see I've got a stereo delay at the moment. If I want to edit that, if I want to view the plugin, I press view and it pops up in Cubase if I need to. If I want to edit it, I press edit, and I've got my controls for the plugin there. So I can mess around with at the moment this is the stereo delay for the right channel. If I press left, then I get the left channel stereo delay. And of course, what I'm controlling here is a VST instrument. But we're controlling it like it's just part of the controller, and that's what we're really about here at Nektar. We're trying to make everything just fit nicely, so it's like you're using a workstation, if you like. If I go back to the insert page, I'm just going to add a new effect to that. So I can choose the slot I want to add the insert to. Then by holding the plugin button, I can select something. Well, let's have a little look what we've got. Maybe some. All looks good. So let's have some. Yeah, auto pan. That's good. So I've just added an effect straight away by using the keyboard and not even touching anything. No mouse, no QWERTY. It's all just happened. And again, I can just edit that. You've always got bypass, so you can hear it without. It's always on this button here. Put it into sync. Cool. Yeah, you get the idea. So that's inserts. And then FX sends. Again, all focused on the active track. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change the send to have some reverb. I'm going to turn that on. Put it on a pre-fader as well. And then maybe what I'll do is I'll have another send, so I'm going to go down to another slot and I'm going to maybe put some chorus in there. Bang, turn that on. Okay, that's a little hot, so I can turn the send level down as well. So, and you've got very clear, you see a great clear overview of all 8 of your sends on whatever channel you play. If I change the track, you can see now a new overview of different sends that I have. So again, the thought process of which channel I'm controlling is gone. I'm playing a sound, I want to tweak it, I want to add some effects. You can do that on the keyboard. Moving on to instrument mode. As I mentioned before, we were controlling VST plugins. And we were controlling them like they fit inside the keyboard. The same thing works for instruments. Here we are controlling Rob Papen's Predator. Lots and lots of parameters. If I bring up the window, you can see many parameters, which means pages and pages and pages of scrolling on a lot of controllers when you're controlling a VST instrument. What we've done is pre-map them all for you, so that when you press the menu button, all of the parameters are in useful menus. So I can now go to the filters and control so it's really quick and easy to find the parameter you want. It's just a couple of button presses away. The envelopes are on the faders. Over here I have the filter envelope as well. Okay, and that's all nice and easy. Okay, but what happens to the filters? Well, they're still here. And the entire control surface always works with the instrument at all times. Whatever I change in the display, the other controls that aren't in the display are unaffected by that change. You'll probably notice that everything I've done so far has been done in this section here of the controls. And as I said, we took that and put it into a nice portable box. So you have either a portable solution, but it actually works really well together with your existing Nektar product. Just as an example, if I'm controlling the instrument of Predator, I have filters in this section here. I have envelopes here for the attack envelope and the filter envelope. What I'm going to do is go into the menu and I'm going to select the envelopes, and I'm going to select the 3 envelopes, so envelopes 1 and 2. So now I'm controlling envelope 1 and 2. You can see on here, this is the envelope 1 and 2. But down here I'm controlling the envelope for the attack, which is over here. I've got the filter one here, I've got envelope 2 here, I've got filters here, and you know what? I'm going to set some oscillators up here too. Let's change the change oscillator 1, there we go. Filter, envelope. So you can kind of daisy chain things together and create almost like modules, if you like. Build a giant synth. The other thing you can do, obviously, it's all because they're independent. I could have my mixer up here, but I'm still controlling my instruments here. Or I could have the transport mode, which I haven't talked about, over here. So we'll just talk about the transport mode now. So in transport mode, I can set up loop points. I can set record mode, MIDI record mode. I can move my song position pointer around. I can, let's do it from this one. I can, once I move my song position pointer, if I want to, I've got go to the end of the loop, go to the start of the loop. But if I select maybe a 2-bar loop, so 1 to 3, and I hold shift and say that's the end of the loop, I've now got a 2-bar loop. And then I can record what I want to, and then use this control here to shift the loop anywhere I want in the track. Okay, so that's a very kind of quick introduction to what we've done here. Like I said, the Panorama P1 is available in April. The Cubase support isn't currently finished. We're getting there. We've got lots of plugins to map for you. We're going to do as many as we can of the really important plugins. Actually, just on that note, of course, pre-mapping, okay, that means we're kind of dictating to you how we think that they should be mapped. All of them are intuitive menus. But what happens if for example, you're in a different session, you want different controllers on the home page. So let's just look at that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring open Predator again, and I'm going to put the oscillator type control, just for the sake of it, the oscillator 1 type control onto this encoder here. The way you do that is enter learn mode. I'm going to move the waveform type, and then I'm going to move this control, and it's assigned straight away. And now I'm controlling the oscillator type. And you can do that as many times as you like for as many controls as you like, and then just, if I press the menu button, you can either save it, which means that every time you open Predator from that point forward, it will always open the new map that you've done. Or you can just say, you know what, I'm happy with the mappings as they are, I just want to make this quick change. So it's kind of like, I want that one, so you make it happen, and then you just say, right, close learn mode, and then you've got your control there. But then in that case, the next time that you open up Predator, the default mappings would come back. So of course, if there's an instrument that we haven't mapped for you, that you happen to own, what would happen is you just use learn mode, make a map, save it, and that map will be recalled whenever you come back to it. So the Cubase support should be available by the end of March is our target. So look forward to putting it out there and giving you guys great control over Cubase.